And here we are at Scully Park, the final game in this Tri-Series competition today. The last game going the way of the Group 4 women. But it was great, Jeremy, to see the girls out there playing tackle. And hopefully for Group 21, we'll see tackle introduced sooner than later.
Yeah, I think...
Which ones? Go again. Which ones?
Jeremy isn't on, but
I'm
that's
on.
all right.
I'm on.
All right, B,
well,
you can answer the question.
I'll answer the question. I was just going to say I'm excited because this is like winner takes all. So under 18s went to Group 21, ladies went to Group 4, and now it's between first grade, Group 21, and Group 4. So whoever wins this takes the day.
Exactly, and here comes our Group 4 side. This is going to be an absolute cracker. The crowd is revved up, ready to go.
Yep. Bit of home field advantage for Group 4.
Yeah, only a little bit.
Really interested, back on now. Pete, we fixed that one up. Really interested to see the middles for this Group 4 against the Group 21. The 8, 10 and 13. Lincoln Smith, Nicholas Miller and Cody Tickle. When they played Group 19 earlier in the day, they just tore them to shreds.
Yeah.
Some of the runs they were taking, bumping off 3 or 4 different blokes. So it's a big task here for the Group 21 boys. If they don't take care of that early, we could see Group 4 take away with it pretty early on.
It's quite interesting. You mentioned Cody Tickle there. These days works with New South Wales, but comes off the bench for his club side on the weekend. Yeah. What's he doing out here repping today?
Yeah, that's an
Seriously?
interesting one. That's an interesting one.
That's what they were asking him when they ran into him downstairs.
Needs to be an investigation, I think.
Most definitely. Well, it's going to be Group 4 in the blue who will kick off. They're running towards the scoreboard or shed end here at Scully Park as the shadows start to lengthen just to make the numbers harder. And we're underway. Ball bouncing into open territory. Back they come. It was a good platform that Group 21 showed against Group 19. It looks like they're going to start the same way that they did against that. Tackled there's McIntyre. He got to have the try line in the last game for them. Now Hammond. And he's brought down 35 out from his own line. Here they go, just laying that platform up the middle. McIntyre another run. And he stopped just short of the halfway line. This time they put it through the hands. Comes out to Matty Hayes, standing a couple out off the ruck. He's over the halfway and up to the 40. They bring it to the short side. Wasn't much room, and Halliwell drops it down over the line, unfortunately. But an enterprising play there, boys.
Early trick shot there from Group 21. Might have been a bit more sensible to kick it deeper, so they're going to give Group 4 an opportunity to get out of their end pretty easily. Not probably the starter that they wanted, Jeremy.
Nah, a bit high risk, I think, there. Coming down that short side, 3 blokes in the space of a couple of metres. I think at the start of the game, you need to get that back to the middle of the field, put it up high and put them under pressure.
Now, rumours have it that Chad Jewson for Group 21, a little bit of a niggle in the hammy, but he is out there for them. So can't be feeling too bad. But it's Group 4 with the ball making their way back towards halfway, and they'll cross halfway this time. Smith with the ball. Goes away to Tickle, and he stopped. Onto the toe, but it's easily handled by Pennell at the back. He steps around a few of them. We saw him run right around Group 19 earlier today to score a try. Right in the middle of the park, he played it. We're up to the 30-metre line now. Group 21 with the ball. It's pushed out wide. Strong hit there. Looked like it was on Rosa. McKenzie with the ball and the legs chopped from under him. He gets up to try and go again, but it's brought down by Logan Howard. Kick over the top now. Into open space by the number 6 for Group 21.
Looked like it might have been high. Might have fallen into that one. The referee didn't have much to say about it, Pete.
No, I think lucky to get away with it. It did look a little bit high, but it's Group 4 bringing the ball back now after a decent set from Group 21. And we've stopped play for a moment. Looks like someone's being sent to the blood bin. Who's gone out the back
Number
there?
6, I think it is. Trent Taylor from Group 4. He copped a run. Matty Hay down the sideline here a few minutes ago. Reeled out of the tackle there.
A late ball away to the number 9 there for Group 4. He gets a ball on as well. It's Trent Taylor that backed up to take that. Good bullocking run now up to the 40 on Group 21 side of the half. It is the last. And it's high, spiralling bomb.
This will be a test.
Coming in comes Halliwell, and he's put it down. It's gone straight through the hands.
Failed the test.
Just dropped the basket there, straight through.
These big swirling bombs are becoming more and more popular, and you can see why. The fullback and the wingers really don't want to have anything to do with it. They go in very, very nervous, don't they?
Yeah, they're hard to handle. When you're sitting under them and they're spiralling down, it just does not feel like it's coming anywhere near you, and you've got no control. So that when you've got a halfback that can put them up nice and high, it's a big asset.
And the scrum is fed and won by Group 4, as you would expect. They put it through the hands. It's out to Liam Hatch, and he's brought down about 11 out from the try line. Big number 12 takes it towards the centre of the field, towards the post. That's Logan Howard. He does a lot of work in the middle. Goes out now. Tickle gets it on. It goes out even further.
Good tackle.
But great work out there by Johnston from Group 21 to make the tackle. Comes back into the middle of the park again to give him attacking options either side. That's Nicholas Miller. He plays it quickly. It comes through the hands. A nice little deft pass there, but handled well by the defence. It is the last. Well taken in slips there. I think it's Paddy Andrews who took that.
Yeah, well read. He read that from a mile away. He's come right back in and took that under the post there.
Great online defence from Group 21. They didn't look flustered at all by anything that Group 4 were throwing at them.
No, and now they're making their way back up over the 10-metre line in this set of 6, coming back out of trouble. Shadows lengthening here on what has been an absolutely gorgeous day for rugby league at Scully Park in Tamworth.
Which is still looking a picture after the amount of football that's been played on it this weekend.
Absolutely insane as Hammond plays the ball back. We come 2 out off the ruck. Looking for a quick play the ball. Goes back to Andrews. He puts boot to ball. It's not spiralling or anything. The winger lets it bounce and it goes out over the sideline. So the number 5 there, Jake Ty, he didn't want anything to do with that, Jazz.
Nah, that's the old floater. That's the opposite of the spiral.
Nothing worse than a floater.
It just goes and goes and goes.
Oh, dear. We'll leave that one alone, but it will be a play the ball for Group 4 on the 10-metre line. The bright pink boots really starting to stand out now out there in the Group 4 player that just played the ball.
There's glue.
Yeah, you got to watch him around that dummy half region. He is lightning.
He is very good out of dummy half, isn't he? Yes. He's the guy holding the side together. As they make it up over the halfway now. I had to say it at some stage.
Good man.
It's now in the hands of Hatch. He
Lost
loses it in the tackle. It's picked up now by McKenzie.
Just playing to the referee's whistle and deserves
And
a
late
penalty
push,
for that.
and he'll get a penalty. Dylan Lake, the fullback, wasn't involved in the first part of the tackle, and then as McKenzie goes to get up, just shoves him back for no real reason.
Unnecessary. It's going to cost him a good 20 metres and put Group 21 on attack pretty much for the first time in this first half, which has not had a great deal of events so far.
No, and it's a good touch finder here from Andrews. Puts him inside. Well, they're about 35 out. They'll start this. Jewson takes a quick tap and takes off. Trainer almost getting in the way without even realising. It's played on the 20. Goes across now. McIntyre. The ball is stolen from McIntyre. 1-on-1. He's lost that. Well done to Glue.
Sticky hands or?
Yeah.
Well, it could have been anything. Well, here we go. Another lost ball. This time a 1-on-1 steal from Group 21.
Turned into a game of rugby out there. They're going to ruck it down soon.
Yeah, well, it was Brady Hammond, the captain coach, who got involved in that and stole it back. He'll now take a run up. Tickle falls off the tackle. And 12 out from the line is where Hammond will play the ball. McKenzie with it. Crash play. He'll get up, play it. Hughes waiting a dummy half. Sends it out to the left to Andrews. He gets it on. Pennell comes in. He takes a bit of a gallop. And an intercept is put down. Well,
that would have been interesting. Riley Pennell had turned fast and he's very quick, but I think that bloke out there for Group 4, I think that's Jake Tighe, and he is super fast.
Yeah,
he is lightning, that is for sure.
I think that was 6 points interrupted in either direction. If he hadn't got in the way, Group 21 were definitely going to score down there, and fortunately he didn't drop it for he didn't hang on to it for Group 21, so he couldn't go the length of the field.
Yeah, and it's going to be Group 21 with the scrum, 20 metres in from the far sideline. They will feed the scrum.
Look to get
12 metres out.
Chad Deuce an early ball here, I think.
Here
That's
it comes.
exactly what they do. He skips and goes to try and run over his opposite number, but he's brought down well. A little bit slow to get up. That might have hurt him, giving him a cork. It's Matty Hay trying to bustle forward. Hughes ducks out. He gets a great little ball away. I think that's Richie Graham in the middle of the park who was brought down. It was. Paddy Andrews drops it on. This was a deliberate play, and it's a try. This is a try to Group 21.
Yep, awarded it.
A lovely try from Group 21, as Pete just called it. Paddy just dropped it onto his foot, and the player rushed through. There was no one from Group 4 around. They weren't expecting that. Must have been on the second or third tackle, I reckon. He certainly caught him by surprise.
Pretty sure that was the number 14 there, Brady Rosa from
exactly
from Scone there. I definitely pre-planned that one.
Yep.
It was. He come running from a mile back. Paddy had given him the word and just dropped it onto the toe, and it come off nicely.
Pretty much the first time the Group 21 have been down that end of the field, and they've come away with points, so they'd be happy with that. What are we up? About 10 minutes into this first half?
Just over 10 minutes into the half. And the first point scored, 4 points to 0.
Oh, well, I'm looking at that clock when I've got one that's perfectly good right in front of me.
Yeah, stop squinting at the one a long way away, mate.
Yeah. Where did we put those binoculars?
All right, it's going to be Paddy Andrews to take the shot here. Now, Jez, you've played halfback and fullback with Mary War over the years.
Yeah, I've put the numbers on. Yeah, that they have on the jerseys. Yeah.
No, you've done some great work for the club there, but mate, we've seen the spiral, we've seen the floater. How hard are they to put into your kicking bag?
Yeah, they're not as easy as you think. You do have to practice to them, and even one of the best components, the best people I've ever seen do it was a bloke by the name of Zach Morgan. He had big long legs on him, and the ball would just go insanely high.
He could make it sing, that's for sure.
And he could make it sing, but it's practice. I was used to see him as a kid. He was down the oval all the time, practice.
6-0.
What's harder to do? Is the conversion successful? Thanks, Bear. Mate, what's harder to do? To take them or to put them up?
No, I'm going to say take them. Yeah, yep. After putting the one jersey on for last year for the first time in a long time, it was definitely a culture shock having to get under those high balls again.
Well, 6-0 we have here. And it's Group 4 to kick off. It's a nice high, deep kick right down to the try line. And here we go, the platform laid it straight through. It's McKenzie.
Well, he can link up.
He did have a player there with him. He's decided to run himself. But he's all the way back to the 40, Group 4 side of the half.
What a fantastic run after points and a
And
penalty.
a penalty to go with it.
And, of course, the natural call for asking for somebody to go in the bin for 10 minutes, but that one's been ignored by the referee, who said, thanks very much, I'll referee this game. You just worry about tackling and catching the ball.
Yeah, Paddy Andrews definitely asked for the player to be sent for a professional foul. The referee said a penalty will do. They've just turned the lights on here at Scully Park as well. But it's Group 21 who have got all the running in the early parts as Richie Graham trundles forward up to the 10-metre line. Quick dart by Hughes out of dummy half. He gets to the line. They roll him onto his back and hold him up. Well, that was a bit of luck there for Group 4. He almost caught him out, Hughes.
Yeah, he's definitely crafty, Hughes. Luck or hard work, you might as well say. I think they've probably known what sort of work that he can do around that dummy half region.
Most definitely. Hammond gets the ball away now. It comes out to the number 12. And that's Matty Hay with the ball. Hughes gets it away. Brady Hammond.
Beautiful.
Too easy.
What a try-scoring machine he is today.
They just got to find him close to the line every time, don't they?
Most definitely. But second try for Group 21, looking good.
Lovely ball there from Hughes too. That we see that play come out a lot nowadays with those two forwards right at the line. It's hard to stop whichever one you hit. And when you've got blokes the size of Brady Hammond coming at you, and you're a metre off your line, you're not tackling him.
Now, he scored a try in the first game for Group 21, and then he sat out for the next 35 minutes. You reckon he might go take a rest now?
I reckon they need to keep him out there. He probably could be the difference between these two sides today.
He tried to tell me he's too old. He is the oldest player in the Group 21 team today.
How old is he?
He didn't tell me that.
Not as old as you.
Oh, please.
No one is.
Well, it's going to be Paddy Andrews who will eventually take the kick, just taking a quick drink. Look at Steve sitting in the corner over there, throwing out comments as well. Jeez.
Well, not a bad start from Group 21 when you consider that they were down on their own line and they handled what Group 4 threw at them pretty easily early on in this match. Now they've got down the field twice. They've been down there and they've come away from with points. Given they had a big break after their first match, they must be feeling pretty good.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, I think as well. We haven't seen. We talked about it at the start of the game. We haven't seen Group 4 use this their power game that they've got. I think even when Group 4 were moving down to an attacking region, they were moving the ball a bit sideways.
Yep.
And the amount of points they put on Group 19 in the first game, I don't think anything with the conversion was successful there by Paddy Andrews. Their whole game in that first one against Group 19 was based around their power game, which I think they need to get back to.
Yeah, exactly right. It's hard after you come away with a big win. You think the way that game finished is the way the next game should start, but it's really not the case, as you're pointing out.
Yeah, exactly.
That ball then, as it was kicked for the goal, for the conversion to make it 12-0, ended up over in the pool. The kids at the far end instantly went for the hole in the fence. They know how to get into the pool for free. So that ball will come back. But it is Group 21 bringing the ball back now. Matty Hay plays it. McKenzie with it. Wrestling his way around. Crosses over the 30. Try scorer Hammond gets up over the 40 now. The wrestle isn't going the way of Group 4, is it? They're not slowing the play the ball down. And there is a big break and a ball inside to Pennell, as all good fullbacks should. Backs up on the inside and it's try time.
We'll call that champagne football. Who made the break down the short side? Got through some pretty flimsy Group 4 defence and just drew and passed. You love to see that in modern rugby league. Too many players go the dummy, but he fed it to the fullback who put it down under the post and have just blown this game wide open for Group 21.
Yeah, I've got a feeling it could have been Rosa that may have been out there
Yeah,
wide.
I think it was Rosa, yep.
But yeah, it was an easy open up. But that platform's pretty basic, what they run off the kickoff.
Yep.
Just forward, forward, forward. And as I was about to say, that the ruck speed is too quick for Group 4 at the moment. They're not getting the tackle player onto their back. They're all going up from their stomach, so it makes for a quicker play the ball.
You're right, Pete. They're going to have to test the patience of the referee and try and slow these play the balls down if they're going to be able to foot it with Group 21. At the moment, they're going up by 6 points at a time, and I can see no reason why Paddy Andrews won't convert this one as well. And with about 12 minutes to go in the first half, they've got themselves a very handy lead in what we're calling the decider of the Tri-Series tournament this afternoon.
It is. There's a big gleaming silver trophy down there, which hasn't been given away for a number of years. And at this point in time, it's one hand of Group 21 on the handles of that trophy. But we've still got a full second half to go and still 12 minutes remaining in this half as Paddy Andrews is about to move in and add the extras for Group 21.
I think we hit the nail on the head there as well. What Group 4 need to do to get back into this game is that ball goes through the sticks there, is just to slow that play the ball down. And it just compounds. If you don't slow that play the ball down, you're not getting back on onside, and by the time you turn around, you haven't even got your line speed right, and they're already on top of you again.
Yep.
So that all starts from slowing that play the ball down. Like you said, testing that ref out.
Yeah, definitely got to start to do that if they want to get in this game. One thing that might help them a little is that Wade McKenzie's come to the bench. A nice floating kickoff trap by Hay. Picks it up and solid defence, rocks him, but he still keeps coming forward.
Tough run.
Makes it to the 30. It was a tough run. Back into McIntyre. Ball goes away to Hammond now. He's picked up and put on his back. Good, solid defence from Group 4. That's more of what they need, but still a fairly quick play the ball as it goes out a little wider, and Group 21 cross the halfway line. Hughes keeps it going left, turn back inside there from Andrews. It was Pennell who got that one. He gets it away to Paddy Andrews. He puts it up. It's a conventional sort of kick. Easily taken there by Leonard. And he's cleaned up by the defence about 5 metres out from his try line.
Great set of 6 there from Group 21, getting all the way down and forcing Group 4 to come off their own line. Going to have to work their way back into this match. They might even have to try a trick shot sometime soon to get some points on the board.
Yeah, well, they cross up over the 20 now. And you can see that, like Johnston there making that tackle, even though the player was on his front, he just hung on to him that couple of seconds longer, making sure his defence is back. Again, it happens here with Group 21. Just slowing that play the ball down. That's working in their favour at the moment. Just inside the 40. And that kicks from inside the 40, looking for a 40-20, but Halliwell is there, picks it up. That's the Ben variety of Halliwell. Because his brother out on the other wing. Jewson now going in for a run up the middle. And took 3 of them to put him down on the 40. Johnston comes in. Hits the line hard and almost makes it back to the halfway line. They keep it going left. There is the far winger and Josh Halliwell coming in for a run.
All the outside backs there, giving the forwards a rest, having a good, easy set for him.
And now Paddy Andrews puts boot to ball into open space into the bottom corner. It's picked up at the back by Lake. And Lake is picked off on the 10-metre line in the corner. Group 4, 90 metres to go to try and score some points. They're currently behind 18-0 with 9 minutes remaining in the first half. Crossing up over the 20 now. It's Tickle. And he's rolled around there by Hammond. Ball is better through some hands. But again, the defence of the Group 21 boys holding strong. Another inside 40 kick. This time Ben Halliwell takes it on the full. Comes running back.
So you can't ask for a better place to start your next set of 6, just 5 short of halfway. They're in an opportunity to score some more points before half-time, Pete.
Yeah, I was just going to say that they're definitely winning that arm wrestle there. That the last set he caught it just before his 30, that set he's catching on the 35. They're slowly moving their way up, turning the screws over. Look for a really strong shot of the try here at the end of this set, I reckon.
Yeah, strong defence on Jewson. He plays it on the 35. It's then into McIntyre. He gets up over the 30. We're on the Group 4 side of halfway again. Hammond now turned back inside to where the ruck was. Great yardage, almost down to the 10. And it is the last for Group 21. Paddy Andrews chips towards the corner. Over the top of the winger, he regathers and grounds the ball.
That number 5 for Group 4 did well to recover. I thought it had just slipped past him, but he managed to turn around and force it. Not exactly what Group 21 wanted, but second best thing, which is they're going to get the ball dropped out to them with 7.5 minutes to go. They're still hot on attack against Group 4.
What do you go here, Jazz? A short drop out? Or do you launch it as far as you can?
No, I'd back my defence here. Launch it down there, get your defence up there.
Well, the bounce sits up about 40 out. Is where they'll start to bring it back, and it's Richie Graham. Straight into the defence. He only knows one way, Richie. Can put a bit of a footstep on at the line. Oh, nice step back through. I think it's Pennell. Very light-footed and quick. It was actually Halliwell that stepped in looking quick before. It's now McIntyre plays it back, only a couple of metres out. It comes out to Andrews, and he's over the line, juggling it all the way, and scores. This time it's Ruben Andrews.
Well, that was a little bit easy, just draw and pass until the gap appeared right next to the posts again. It continued to go up by 6 points at a time, Jess.
Yeah, those middles just aren't working hard enough at the moment. They're drawing passing, and then if you've got a gap right there, right next to your left hand upright, your middles have not slid.
It's also very easy when you've got control of the ball, as Group 21 have for a majority of this half.
Definitely.
Yep. Well, I can't think that they've made a mistake with the ball yet, have they? I don't want to put the mockers on them. I probably just did, but they really haven't made any blues with the ball. And Group 4 have not been down the other end of the field, not since the first 5 minutes of this half.
No, and that's about the only time they really have touched the ball. They haven't gone anywhere when they have, because they're so tired from the defensive had to put on. And it's going to be Paddy Andrews to take it out to a 24-0 lead. This is just about where every kick's been for him, right beside the post.
Can't ask for better opportunities than that. We've seen a lot of kicks from the sideline today, but he hasn't had to make any of them.
Not in this game, that's for sure. Group 21 looking impressive at the moment as we head towards half-time. Still 5 minutes remaining in this first half.
Seeing an interchange here for Group 4. Young Anders Glues come off, and they've put Brenton Cochran on the number 14. He was elusive when he come on in the game against 19. They thought when the starting hooker Glue went off, as the conversion's easily made, they thought they were having it easy. But when Cochran come on, he definitely lit it up the field. So he might be the spark they could need.
Yeah, 100%. He's lightning out of dummy half, so we'll see how he goes.
Brady Hammond getting a break too for Group 21, sitting on the bench, shaking hands with a couple of the players, congratulating them on their efforts so far, but I'm sure he would tell them at half-time this job is not complete.
Nah, only half the job done so far. As we get back underway, it's Taylor who sends the ball down. And here comes Group 21 back, Mackenzie.
He's got two speeds, flat out or stop, hasn't he?
The only way he stopped is when they hit him. He loves that collision. Back out to the 30 already. Richie Graham showing some of that little footwork as he gets up to the 40. Hughes gets it away. Halliwell in off the wing now. Takes it up over halfway, and a penalty for the player being grabbed early.
Someone tackled under suspicion.
Nah, that was my man Cochran. He's hit the hooker late. Right. As he's let it go. He's obviously come on with energy, but maybe just needs to tone it down just that touch.
Made his mark, but not exactly what the coach was calling for, as the ball goes into touch. And Group 21, with just under 4 minutes to go, they're going to be able to make another mark, possibly push this out to 28-0.
Yeah,
that
Johnston
can't be right.
Now takes the tap, gets up to the
24
20, over the 20 before he's tackled. Halliwell comes in for another run. Willing worker, isn't he?
Both those Halliwell boys are hard workers, I think. Yeah. Don't mind getting the hard stuff done.
Mackenzie, barge play. He's only about 4 or 5 metres out, and he's lost it, and penalty given for a strip.
Nothing is going Group 4's way at the moment. Not a single bounce of the ball.
Well, what are they going to do here?
Go to 2 points?
No, they're going to try and go up by 6s all the way, and it's Mackenzie again. Stopped only about 5 out from the line. Comes across to Ruben Andrews, gets it away to Hay. Hay juggles again, gets it back to Ruben Andrews. Comes out to Halliwell on the wing, steps inside a 1, gets close to the line, stopped. Only a metre or 2 short.
I think Andrews had a huge gap he could have gone for, but he stepped the wrong way.
Oh, a loose pass here. 2 players looking to go for the ball, and neither one knowing who had it. Richie Graham picked up the scraps. Hughes to Andrews. A long ball out. Stepping back inside and then picked up was Johnston. He got the ball back, trying to find his way to the line there, Group 21. He's only just short. Andrews dribbles one through, another deliberate play. It's his brother coming for the ball, but it's shadowed over the line.
Well, that's about the most resilient we've seen from Group 4, isn't it, Jez?
Yeah, a lot better defensive set there. They push for each other there, and now there's... unlucky he didn't get to the centre of the field, but now they've got a chance to get back in and try and win this grind after a really good defensive set there on the line.
It certainly was a good defensive set, holding him out. It was side to side. And yet another deliberate little kick through from Andrews. Oh, good break here. And then finally pulled down is Logan Howard. Gets up, plays it back. The 18 dumps it off underneath there. The player coming back inside for Group 4.
Richie Graham for the Group 21 looking a bit worse for wear if he got it run over the top of.
It's now come out wide here. And they're on the 30-metre line. And it's the number 4 in Liam Hatch who'll play it. Putting it through the hands to the middle of the park. It looked like the 11 in Davis. Nice tackle, puts him to ground. Back through, back out here now to the number 4.
Great tackle.
In Hatch. Good one-on-one tackle, most definitely made. Comes back to the 6 in Taylor. He puts it across field. They jump for it.
Oh, no.
It's grabbed by Group 21, and he is
They're not
away.
stopping
They
him.
are not going to catch him. Blake Johnson, how good is he and how quick is this guy? And he puts it in with a dive underneath the post.
In the shadows of half-time. A kick across, and I tell you what, it doesn't matter what Group 4 does at the moment. It comes up with absolute goose eggs. Couldn't have landed better in Johnson's hands, and there was nobody around him, and no one's going to catch that guy in a sprint.
Well, 28-0, kick to come.
Reggie thinks he'll catch him in a sprint. Is that where you put your hand up?
Well, it was not a dumb move. I mean, the kick across field seemed like it was on
Yep.
from Taylor.
Yeah, it was a good play. It was just Blake Johnson just wanted that ball more.
Great defence. Actually, you
which
could
is what
see
it comes
Johnston
down.
move up to it really
Yeah.
quickly, and he had eyes on that ball. He knew exactly what he wanted to do with it as soon as he came down.
It was a good contest, and Johnston got it, and away he went. Now, Paddy Andrews to add the extras yet again to take it out to 30-0 at half-time.
Comments coming from the super coach.
Not just yet.
Who turned him live?
And
Welcome, Reggie.
once again, all tries around the post with a 30-0 lead.
30-0 lead, yeah, at half-time.
This is the biggest whacking of the game, of the day so far, actually. And I'm surprised. I honestly thought these two teams were really, really close.
Yeah, well, like I said earlier in the call, it's been Group 21 with the majority of the ball. And when you got the ball, it's easy to make inroads and make it upfield and score points.
I just want to talk about the effort today. Again, we've mentioned it several times. The ground has looked absolutely magnificent. I think everybody here should be very proud of the day that's been put on. We look forward to seeing more of this and maybe being handed around to the other groups. Maybe we might see it in Muswellbrook at some stage in the future, perhaps.
Well, we can only talk to the powers that be from New South Wales and see how we go with that.
Righto.
Look, it's fantastic to see the Tri-Series back and the best of each group and see how strong your group is looking.
Yeah, well, just going through that, in the under-18s, Group 21 came away with the shield today after their victory against both Group 4 and 19. And in the ladies, it was Group 4 with the victory, reversing that one. And right now we're down to first grade. Jez, it's hard to see Group 4 coming back from 30-0 down at halftime.
No, it is harder. And as a team, you always, when you get into these moments in a football game, you sit out there and you go, well, if they've done it in one half, we can do it in one half. But I think there needs to be a fair bit that needs to change for Group 4. They came, the first game when they come up against Group 19, I remember watching it and saying that their intent was the reason where they got to on the field and why they put so many tries on. But they just don't seem to have that intent at the start of this game.
It is possible. We look at the example of my Canberra Raiders and their effort against Manly at Manly recently after coming down from half-time and
Really?
whacking them at Brookvale Oval.
Really? We're here to talk real football, not the make-believe world of NRL.
Looking for inspiration. I'm trying to offer it.
Look, I've got to say, guys, it's really, what was really good for me today to sit here and watch as I woke up over in the corner was the female rugby league. That some of those hits you see blokes stay down from, and I've got to commend both Group 21 and Group 4 girls, especially in that last game. That was brutal.
Yep.
And it just shows, as Paul Sirenen said, that the growth of rugby league with women's league is just the future of the sport as well. So well done to all involved. And look, it's been a great day of football. What a concept. I mean, this tri-series, from those sitting at home, the other side of the hill looks pretty bland. There'd been scattered people throughout the day, but you'd have to say there's been over 800 people in and out throughout the day.
Definitely. I saw a Mexican wave start on the other side of the hill, but I think it was a guy just getting up to go to the toilet.
No, look, New South Wales have definitely been happy with the way that people have turned up here today to watch and participate in this. Seeing people scattered around on the hill and all, and on the little stand at the end of the field. They weren't expecting that. So there's more than double the amount of people have come through than they were hoping.
But it just shows in this match here, and well done to Group 4, and it is a strong competition. We're always talking about Group 21 back down home and how strong that competition is and how well promoted and the jobs that they do have and what we're doing to build it. It really is the nucleus of bush footy at the moment.
Indeed, and just harking back to your call for women's tackle, we'd like to see some women's tackle in Group 21 sooner than later as well, and who knows what they'll be able to achieve.
Yeah, exactly. And I've only got a small sort of area to go off here, but the junior football out in Merriwa, where I'm from, the girls tackle. Every girl in town wants to play tackle. It's like it used to be when you were a young fella. Like, as a young fella, all you did was play footy. Nowadays, we still have a good junior system, but it's not what it is, I suppose, in our region where we see there's a lot of young kids who don't. They want to go try other sports.
Yes, it has to happen next year because you can't have a pathway for tackle rugby league and then expect them to put tags on and stay in this competition.
Yeah, it's a different game.
100% on that, Reg.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
And the clubs have got to come along for the ride as well, and they all know that the future of the game is with tackle when it comes to the women. Not to say league tag will be dead and buried. It'll be moved on probably to another night.
Still a place for it.
100% on that. It's going to be Group 21 who kicked this one off to get us underway for the second half. It's getting harder and harder to read my sheet here. But it's Andrews who gets us underway. It's taken by Lake. Oh, that's better. That was very bright. Wasn't ready. It is Group 4 bringing the ball back after we get back into this second half. 30 minutes away from someone lifting that huge shiny cap on the sideline. Nice footwork put on. It is 30-0. It's a long way back for Group 4. There's the 14 there in Cochrane. He was pretty good in the first game. Nice low trajectory here. Picked up at the back by Hampstead. And the defence is onto him.
Hello.
About 15 out.
Bit of push and shove in the tackle there.
And maybe a few little slappies. There's the number 3 there in Joe Wade, who got a little bit upset there.
Yeah, I didn't see that one, but that's not the type of footy that Group 4 want to get into. If they want to lift that shield, that sort of stuff is not going to help them at all.
Not at all. Now it's Group 21, 25 out from their own line, working a back upfield. Hughes looking for a runner, and he finds the halfback in Ruben Andrews, and he's lost the ball.
Well, this is the start that Group 4 need in this second half. There's 28 and a half minutes to go. Couldn't start better for them if they could score a try in the next 30 seconds and maybe put a little bit of pressure on Group 21.
Well, can only hope so. It's what they need to do is get points on the board and get them quickly.
It's going to test the mindset of Group 21 too as well. 30-0 up into the second half. If we see Group 4 go in nice and easy here, I think that can be a little bit of a worry for Group 21. They've still got to play a game of footy ahead of themselves.
And there's your friend there in Cochrane, Brenton Cochrane with the ball. Right in the middle of the park now. That's the 11 there in Davis. Stepping back in. Gets a late ball away to Cochrane. Cochrane fakes a pass. Brought down now on the 10-metre line. This is better from Group 4. Comes out now to the number 18, Ethan Collins, and he's pulled down. About 8 away from the try line. Out to the 17 there. Wollaston. And he stopped only a few metres short. A quick dart out of dummy half, and there's Cochrane crashing in for the first for Group 4.
Well, you called it, Jess. He's the man that made the difference.
Yeah, he just comes with energy. He did it in the first game, and since he's been on the field just before half time and now into the second half, he brings a lot of energy and he just goes. So put the team on his back, and hopefully they start going with him.
Something about this field. 6 tries have been scored. They've all been down that same end of the field and all right near the post.
It's a downhill run to the swimming pool.
Seems to
It's
be.
easier.
That's it. Yeah, yeah. All the water runs down towards the swimming pool.
Well, 26 minutes, or over 26 minutes remaining in the half. And finally the Blues, we'll call them, Group 4, they're on the board.
I got a good one here to make yourselves feel just that little bit older. That we've just been informed there that Brenton Cochrane is actually into his 40s.
Oh, that's good. That means we could almost run around still bad. 10 years ago or so.
40s? He doesn't look it.
Wow.
We'll have to have a word to Chick. Can we get a close-up on young Cochrane, please, Chick? Just,
The number 14 in the blue
the number
there,
14.
Chick doing a great job on the camera here this afternoon.
As has Ash. Excellent work in.
And look,
The camera.
to Ash and Steve, they were up at 4 o'clock this morning to get up here to Tamworth to settle this up so everybody could, tune in and watch along.
There
So
he is.
great work, guys.
He's just over
Great
there near
work.
the referee. Just close up on him, Chick. We want to see how old he really looks. There he is. He's 30 if he's a day. Come on.
We can. Pretty reliable source there that's giving us that information.
Got to be 26.
Dear, oh dear.
Anyway, look,
Whoever does his makeup they do good work. Goodness me.
we're about to get back underway. It's going to be Paddy Andrews to kick off for Group 21. A nice little floater down deep to the try line.
I think Harrison stitches up.
It looked like Logan Howard with the ball.
Here's that man again.
Cochrane gets it away. Couple of fend-offs here. We're starting to grab at jumpers. 30 points to 6, 25 minutes remaining in the game. The lights taking good effect here at Scully Park. And they're back to the 40. Putting it through the hands. Cochrane cuts out a couple. Gets it on there to Howard. And a mistake is made.
I swear if he had an opportunity for a captain's challenge, he would have made it. The look on his face.
Sir, it wasn't me. I didn't do it. Well, just inside of Group 4's territory, the scrum will pack.
Is there a chance Brady Hammond brings himself back on soon just to steady the ship? Would he be a little bit worried about his charges, Jez? What do you reckon?
Having a look at him now, he looks very, very relaxed.
Okay. Yeah, he's got his feet up, literally.
Yeah, I don't.
Like, why has he got the Hawaiian shirt on already? I think that's how relaxed the guy is. Back to the 40 metres. We're on the Group 4 side of halfway as Johnston is rattled in a hard tackle. 3 of them in there, and they get him in a headlock and fling him to ground. Johnston didn't look as if he was a fan. All of a sudden, Dylan Lake, the fullback, has become the aggressor for Group 4 to come in and try and rattle the cage. Paddy Andrews puts a kick in out wide.
Smart play from Andrews. He recognised that it was the fullback that was up.
Oh,
That's a penalty.
great tackle.
Thumped.
Picked up and slammed onto his back.
I thought they
It was
penalised
Andrews
those
who
these days.
made the tackle.
Well, I think Group 21 here is giving a little bit of payback from those last couple. They've definitely lifted their intensity.
Yeah, Group 4 showed some aggression coming out for after half time. And now Group 21 responding, another solid tackle. And they're only just about 11 metres out away from their try line.
Good
And a
pressure.
mistake
Have a
has
look,
been
yep.
made. The referee
Hasn't blown the
still
whistle
play
yet.
on. Hampstead with the ball, goes across field. They got an overlap out here. Hampstead decided to put the head down and try and go himself. Jewson takes off from dummy half. The defence is up to meet him. He's about 12 out from the line. Comes across now. McIntyre. Middle of the park, 8 away from the try line. Hughes goes to the right. Goes through the hands of Ruben Andrews. Ball goes to ground and forward, says the referee.
Yeah, tried to go for the quick tap on there, and he's passing the ball, and he was in a bad spot. If he would have caught that ball, he would have been hammered, but it's something you probably should have taken. You should have just took that tackle and went again.
Probably say Group 21 need to show the ball a little bit more respect. They haven't finished this game completely. There's still 22 minutes to go. A try there may well have been the final nail in the coffin, and they should have showed it a little bit more respect, Jez.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, we're going to see a scrum pack, 20 in from the far sideline, the eastern sideline, if you like. Group 4 win the scrum. We saw some solid defence before from Group 21, which earned a mistake. Solid charge into the defensive line. Group 4 making their way back up, and they earn a penalty.
He's been good, the number 8.
Yeah, most definitely. Lincoln Smith, no fear whatsoever. Happy to put his body on the line for his team. And it's going to be down on the 50.
Maybe the captain might have had a word to the referee at halftime, said they're slowing us down in the play the ball. Can we do something about that, please?
Well, if they get a quicker play the ball, Anders Glue's back on now, so if they can get those play the balls a little bit quicker,
they'll make it stick.
Yeah, he'll dart out really quickly from there.
Right, the ball is back on the field now. Ball boy was taking his time, but we're back in there. And there goes Smith up into the line again. Been very busy. Glue steps out, gets it out here to the 19. TPD, I don't know what sort of name that is.
Terry Donovan.
It was actually Collins, it was the 18. Almost back to the middle of the park, they've gone now, going through the hands. Step back inside, beats one. Taken down by the next two Group 21 players. Group 4 back in the attacking zone. There's the big fella in Lincoln Smith crashing into him again in the middle of the park. It is the last. Comes across now to the 14 in Cochrane. Puts the kick through. Pinnell's got it. And he's going to get out as well. Great work there and good speed from the fullback.
Ooh, almost had the ball stolen from him. Great defence from Group 21 and being able to get up off their line. That's really been the difference. Try-line defence in this game between the two teams.
It has been, and it's now Group 21 bringing it back upfield. But there's the 16 in Corbin Hampstead. Back into the fray they go, back towards the middle of the park, making their way back towards the 40.
It's a nice simple set here from Group 21. Just, there's a bit of a
Ball
lost
comes
ball
out
there.
to Juice, and he's in the clear. There's only a fullback to beat at the moment. He looks out to the right. He throws a dummy.
Big
he gets
dummy.
taken down, and well done. Good work by the fullback there, and some others come, and there's push and shove going on. And the referee has blown a penalty.
Something come out of nothing there. Group 21, it was a pretty simple set, just going up looking for the kick, and now the
We don't need another binning. That's not going to help
the ref
the game.
called him out now. There was a bit of word said between two players there, so the ref, I think, just wants to stamp his authority and let him know to settle down.
Yeah, he's telling Taylor to quieten the team down. Otherwise, you know what happens. Well, it's going to be Andrews who'll take the tap. Ball comes across to the middle of the park. It's McIntyre. Tackled for one. 8 away from the line. Group 21 now with Hammond, gets it away. Comes out to the 14 there. Brady Rosa. And he
He's
gets
over.
over the line. How simple was that?
Well, I think Lincoln Smith from
Hitting
Group
a
4,
bit of a spin type thing.
he did. He should be very disappointed, Lincoln Smith, because he was doing his best to hang on to him, and nobody else came in to help him. And the try scorer just kept spinning and spinning until he fell over the line.
Yeah, there was two blokes right there too that could have just jumped in and gave him a hand and got under that ball, but they were just ball watching there.
They were. And is it a coincidence that the captain coach comes back on and Group 21 score again?
Not even remotely.
Well, he did take the Hawaiian shirt back off first.
No. At least he did that. That would have been rubbing it in. So with 17 and a half minutes to go, the score is now blown out to 34-6. I think we're going to call that the absolute final nail in the coffin for Group 4 this afternoon in first grade.
Yeah, look, it could be, but still 17 minutes remaining. Paddy Andrews will be trying to convert this one. He'll be on the 20 metres in from the sideline.
Soaking up as much time as humanly possible.
Yeah, a few people now, obviously local, starting to wander out. It's been an absolutely fantastic day. Picture perfect weather for rugby league.
Yep.
And shows bush footy is alive and well.
Great ground.
Here
and
in the regions.
this has been a fantastic concept, as was said before, and we look forward to seeing the repeat. We also like seeing the cream of all of these games today coming together as the Greater Northern Tigers next year too.
Yeah, well, this season in the country championships, it wasn't all bad. Under 16s didn't have the best year in the Andrew Johns. Laurie Daly Cup made it through to the grand final and only just fell short.
Yep.
Went down in the final in the Opens as well in the men's. In the Lisa Fiola Cup, the girls, they had a great season. They made it through to semis.
Well, he's missed it.
And he's missed one.
Well, there you go. He is human after all, Paddy Andrews. So it remains 34 points to 6. And 16 minutes remaining in this half. But yeah, it was a good season for the Tigers in the country championships. And this sort of thing will, put a bit more pride into that jumper, hopefully, and that's the idea of it. When the Northern Board met last year and first discussed doing this, that was the idea of it, and also to show juniors coming through that there is a pathway to play rep footy locally.
Yep.
And not disappear to other parts playing rugby league, which we currently do see. So 3 in the tackle, stopping Group 21 on the 40, or just short of the 40, after scoring more points. Hammond with the ball now. Crosses up almost to the 50. Andrews will put boot to ball and does so and find open space. Bounces up nicely for Jake Ty, and he'll bring it back.
Yeah, good set by 21 there. Just get through those tackles. Paddy Andrews puts it down there, and now it's get that line speed up. Make that mistake. Try and force the mistake, and get that ball back down in their half.
Only some of the Group 4 players have actually just made it back on side after turning them around like that. It'd be heartbreaking as a forward.
Well, here's your mate Cochrane stepping through. Finally met and brought down after he crosses the 40. Nice long ball.
Yeah, if he's 40...
I want what he's drinking.
The production team that sent through that he's 40. If he's 40,
look out.
Look out. We've had an intercept. And that looks like Andrews, the Reuben variety in the 7, who has scored under the post to make it easy for Paddy Andrews.
Well, we hope it's easy for him, because that last kick was not up to Paddy Andrews' standards of kicking goals.
Yeah. Bring the hook out. Actually, you would have thought Brady Hammond might take the opportunity to take the kicking duties right now, get himself on the scoreboard. Would the captain do that sort of thing?
Oh, mate, he's a try-scoring machine today. He scored 2 tries today.
Good point.
Doesn't need to kick goals as well. Well, 38 points to 6. And here we are, under lights here at Scully Park.
Has been a big day of football, I got to say. From
9 games in total.
Yeah, starting this morning. And big thank you to, got to say, all the sponsors, in particular Bengala for Group 21. Can't put these things together without great sponsors like that. Who's the...
Here in Tamworth, West Group. They
West
do
Group.
a fantastic job with the Northern Tigers. And here, Whitehaven Coal, another one.
And I think I detected the St Kilda Hotel on the Group 19 jersey as well, which I dare say they're at, possibly licking their wounds this afternoon.
Yeah, it wasn't the best of days for them, but it's been a huge day, especially for this men's side in Group 21. A couple of big scores they've put on. This will be the second time in 2 games that they've broken 40.
Yeah. Especially given that Group 4, they really did put 19 to the sword in first grade. I thought these teams would be a little bit closer match, but there really does seem to be a gulf between them.
Does tonight, that's for sure.
Still always makes me interested to see like a championship match between, well, would have been West Tamworth Bears and the Scone Thoroughbreds after their respective grand finals. Wouldn't that be exciting?
Bit of a
Champion of champions.
World Club Challenge feel to it.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Paddy Andrews has put that out onto the street. He was not leaving anything of chance with that kick and added the extras. It is 40 points to 6. And Group 4 to kick off again. Taylor gets us back underway as he's done a lot already this game. Here comes McKenzie. Look at this for a charge.
And he's out.
He's out cold. That was a massive head clash.
Let's see a bit of concern for the play. If you want to do push and shove, get away from the guy that's on the ground.
He came at a rate of knots.
Which is, as we said before, it's the only way he knows to run. But I think a fair bit of a head clash and a fair bit of whiplash, I think, in that too.
Shades of Spud Carroll and Paul Harrigan there.
Definitely. But never good to see. At the NRL level, there's calls to get rid of this sort of kickoff, and I don't like the idea of that. Maybe we need to adjust how people tackle.
Could easily be, but I mean, it's always the case of one guy running into, at least 3 shoulders all at once. That's a lot of impact on a human being.
It is. He's up.
He's up, and he thinks he's currently at Musselbrook Golf Club. I'd like to shout the bar if that's all right, he says to the referee. I go, well, it's past. You go and sit down for a little while, young fella.
Yeah, that'll be the last we see of Wade tonight. He's been outstanding.
Well, Group 4 with an opportunity to get some points on the board, a little bit of respectability at the end of this game.
Yeah, and they send it out wide. A juggle there from Hatch. He's picked up and slammed to ground, and the ball has been taken. And the referee says, no, he just lost it. It will be a good 21 feet. I'm not sure why it wasn't play on.
Very aggressive tackle there too.
Most definitely. Looked all nice, and then all of a sudden they picked him up and ragdolled him to the ground.
Referee still having a few words to the Group 4 side of things, who are clearly not happy with the way the ball has bounced for them in this match.
Jewson now with the ball off the scrum win to Group 21. They come in and push him back a couple of metres. He's about 15 out. The set will start here. Johnston into the middle of the field, makes it to the 20. Send it out even wider now. McIntyre has been strong all day. Up over the 30 they come. A bumping run there.
12 on 12 crime over there.
Yeah, Matty Hay getting a good bump and run. Well up over halfway now. Brady Hammond will be tackled on the 40. Group 4 side are halfway. It is the last. Back to Paddy Andrews. He puts it up and up, but up it goes.
That is a big bomb.
Oh, well taken. Sliding in to take it there at the back for Group 4. Was their number 6, Trent Taylor. The next tackle, they go absolutely nowhere. And just too slow in the play of the ball. They got away with it in the first half. Not this second half.
8 minutes to go with Group 21 currently leading 40-6 in the championship decider for the Tri-Series tournament.
And they're going to be taking the tap here on this one on the 40, their side of the halfway for Group 4. Cochrane gets it away. The ball's been lost in the tackle.
Wow. Hello. I could have sworn.
He seemed to lead in with a head there. It was Lincoln Smith.
I always look at things like this at the back end of a game. If you want to put that much effort into fighting, you should have put the effort in at the start of the game.
100% on that, Jeremy.
Very well said, yes.
Yeah, players got a little tangled, and It was the 8 in Lincoln Smith who seemed to take offence to it. But Group 21 now with the feed. They're in enemy territory. Ball goes away. Stepping back inside, Johnston. Geez, a good player, willing worker,
And
runs
fast.
hard.
This is exactly what you want in a centre, isn't he? He comes in and
Alley
does
well
those hard
taken and
ones.
brought down. Yeah, tackles seem to be just starting to creep up every now and then. Hammond will get up and play the ball. Andrews gets it along to the other Andrews, out to Pennell, out to Jewson. A flying winger into the open. He's going to be hard to stop, and they can't stop him.
Great try.
Yeah, beautiful hands out there too. Just catch and pass, nice and simple.
Yeah, it most certainly was.
That's the exclamation point on
young
this
Ben
one.
Halliwell. Reaps
Fantastic.
the rewards.
Fantastic performance from Group 21. Whilst Group 4 seemed to be a little bit more interested in niggle and push and shove at the end of this one, Group 21 want to play some football, and they've gone in for their, what are we saying, 8th try of the afternoon. Or of the game, I should say.
Well, 44-6, kick to come. 50 within reach. There's time to do it.
There is time there. Did they get to 50 in the
No,
last game?
they just
didn't.
missed out as well, getting 50 in the previous game against Group 19.
You were talking about it before, Jez. They've done it the right way. They did it up through the forwards in the middle, the beginning of this game, and worked their way up to the other end and scored the tries when the opportunities became available. They didn't throw it around like the Harlem Globetrotters at the beginning, did they?
No, they didn't. I think that was Group 4's issue at the start of the game too. They just tried to go too wide, like too early. The way they finished their last game, they tried to continue it through, and they do have very strong middles, and that's where they needed to start this game. But once Group 21 had the ball rolling with what they had, you just couldn't stop it.
Not at all. He's taken this back a long way. 25 out. He's only about 6 metres in from the sideline.
Had plenty of practice this afternoon.
Maybe 8. Having a look, maybe 8.
Very sore foot for Andrews. So while we're waiting for this, if you were going to pick a man of the match, I think it's probably fair we have the discussion with 5 minutes to go. Who have you liked from Group 21 in this game?
Oof. There's been a lot. I really like what Blake Johnston does. He's a bit of an unsung hero, I think, a little bit. Some of the runs he takes as he misses that
Waved
one.
away, yeah.
Just those hard carries. He comes in, he does the hard carry, he goes back out. He's strong defensively, and he's always in the game. I do really enjoy watching him play.
Yep.
Yeah, look, got to go with you on that. I think Blake Johnson's been outstanding today. But up the middle, McIntyre.
Yeah.
He's put in a mountain of work in this game and in the first game as well.
Yep. Johnston has probably been the pick for me.
Well, there you go. It's unanimous. Us 3 wise monkeys have chosen Johnston, which means he won't get the dime.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's Group 21 now with the ball as time is starting to tick by into the final 4 minutes of the game. Hammond, he's brought down about 22 out from his try line. It's been easy play for the guys. In comes Halliwell to take a run. Nice little fake out of dummy half there. I think it's Andrews with the ball. No, it's not Andrews, it was Hughes. Went by the hairline, not the number. Now Andrews puts boot to ball.
40-20.
It could be a 40-20. It just takes that turn back inside. Looked pretty good off the boot, though.
Oh,
What a
solid
shot.
hit.
A solid hit, most definitely from the kicker of the ball in Paddy Andrews.
actually, to be fair, he's had a bit. Oh, that's
Ooh,
high.
That's a bit high, that one.
Yeah, there's the guy we said about Blake Johnston, just crept a little high. Finally, the call comes from the sideline and the penalty given.
Paddy Andrews has been good as well in defence. He's also set up a couple of tries too. He can't be ignored. Another great player for Greta Brankston. Looking forward to a big season after their disappointment last year.
Yeah, made it through to runners-up of Group 21, of course. They hosted the grand final, but Scone just showed what a great club and side they are.
Yeah.
Bring it forward now is the 18 there. It was Collins. They're up over halfway now, Group 4. Second tackle of the set. Tickle with the ball. 3 of them to bring him down. 35 out from the line. Nice little dart out of dummy half. Ball comes out wide. Oh, almost an intercept. Just got away from him in Hampstead. So 6 again. That's Glue. Finally, they've wrapped him up and brought him down, about 15 out. Big shot there. Middle of the park. Comes now. Back across. Sloppy pass there from Cochrane. Tickle tries to get it over the top. 6 again is called. Group 21 got a hand to it. Going for the line, Group 4.
Good
Scrambling defence.
Good desperate defence with just a minute to go.
They're not giving up here, Group 21. A sloppy pass from Glue.
I think it stuck to his hands.
I think it might have, that one. And it's gone to ground, and the referee has ruled the knock on. And now a penalty to Group 21.
I think that just explains Group 4's game here perfectly. That pass just slipped out of his hands. They've just let it slip.
Yeah.
I got a feeling it might have been Taylor who earned the penalty.
Rebuke. Just under a minute to go. 44-6 to Group 21. We'll just see them trundle it up and take a victory lap out of this one.
Well, 35 out. They'll start this set after the penalty. Crossing the 40 now. Tackle 1. Halliwell comes in for a run.
Not that it's relevant, but would there be a mercy rule in this one?
No, it's first grade.
Right.
Ball coming across through the hands.
Bit of a trick play maybe might get planned here. There's 15 seconds to go.
Well, quick play the ball as well.
Field goal.
Johnston with the ball. Scheming, was looking for a gap. Couldn't find one before he was tackled. This will be the last play, and it's put out over the side. No, it's not out over the sideline. Someone forgot to tell Halliwell that's the play they were doing.
He's dropped
But
it in the
anyway,
slips.
that is full time here at Scully Park. A big win to Group 21 in the first grade here today. It was the under-18s that went the way of Group 21. Group 4 took out the ladies, and the men are deserved winners on the day. Big winners over Group 4. It's been absolutely fantastic here at Scully Park. We've just got the trophy to come your way. Boys, how good has the action been?
It's been really good. Before we finish up, do want to say a big well done to everybody in the production team here. Reggie, Chick and Ash in particular doing the videoing and all the production work. And, of course, the broadcasting team. Hayden sitting out for this one. Jezza, well done. Pete, yourself, and, of course, Sophie here too. It's been a fantastic day of Country Rugby League.
Yeah, like we said before, it's good to see the cream of the crops of each of these competitions come together, and obviously all coming together. No, Reggie, all coming together, obviously for that Tigers next step. But I'll give thanks for the call up, boys. Really enjoyable first time in the booth, and I'm sure I'll have to jump back in again sometime through the season.
No, you'll be back in. Don't you worry about that.
There's a game coming up this Thursday night that I can't make. I know that much. Well done to everybody here at Tamworth. The ground was an absolute picture, not forgetting that they had an NRL game or two yesterday. It looked absolutely magnificent, and we did mention this a couple of times. We're looking forward to this concept returning next year, hopefully working its way around the different groups and maybe finding ourselves a little bit down south too, for that matter.
It'd be nice. It'd be nice. The chances, I don't know.
All right.
We might need to get Olympic Park upgraded.
Pete's got the inside scoop, I think.
Anyway,
we should also mention the referees too. Today would not have gone ahead without all the officials being involved, because we had referees and touch judges all round too.
from all three groups, yes,
Yeah.
correct, yeah. And the cream of the referees and all were here today. And it was some magnificent action we saw due to the job they do out in the middle.
Absolutely. We're going to have a presentation out there at the moment.
Yeah,
We'll
the
see.
presentation of the trophy will be made. Ciro's made his way down there. Harrison Hunter on his way down now. I'll tell you what, there's going to be a big yell when these boys hold this trophy up for Group 21. So this region in Group 21, 4 and 19 is Bulldog owned. I guess you could say they look after the pathways. They're the pathway club.
Yep.
They're looking to get more and more involved in the region as well. Ciro is going to be driving some of that. So it's going to be fantastic to see that, they're looking to grow the game in the region. The West Tigers yesterday, they just finished their contract with Tamworth.
Yep.
So you just never know. Maybe the Doggies might sign on and say, look, we'll play a few years in Tamworth, no problem.
That'd be great. I mean, look, it's tough for the first grade players, but I think there are definitely some signs from some of those under 18s that we saw for an opportunity to make their way to an academy side for the Bulldogs. That's just reward for the effort.
Yeah, definitely. Especially a few of those boys in that Group 21 side I know are knocking on the door down that way, and we've just seen the player of the match given to Wade McKenzie.
Hopefully you'll remember.
Well, look, he's up and he's smiling. He's walking all right, which is good to see. But, did have an outstanding game. Was very strong up front. Yeah, there was a number of players that could have gone to, but look, I'm not going to argue with
we put the mockers on
there.
Johnston. We've got to go and apologise to him.
It.
Yeah, he was
Like
never getting it after we said that.
Yeah.
So I said he wasn't going to get a dime, but here's the Group 21 boys now getting their photo with the trophy.
Nice to see.
Great to see.
Shouldn't come as a huge shock when you put the best of Greater Branxton together with the Scone Thoroughbreds. That's a really, really decent side of football, isn't it?
Look, it is. And, I mean, we've got guys there from Muswellbrook and all. I mean, we've got...
And the Tigers too, yes.
Yeah, we've got players from just about all the clubs here today representing Group 21. And it's about putting pride back into the competition and giving them something to strive for. And let's face it, they turn out week in, week out to play their club rugby. But they love playing rep footy as well.
Yes, and just rewards. It really illustrates the strength of Group 21. Group 4, I'm sure, will be back next year, and we'd like to see some more success for Group 19. We want to be able to see this concept continue.
Well, that pretty much is a wrap from us here at Scully Park. It's been a fantastic day. Group 21, the big winners out of 2 out of 3, as Meatloaf once sung. Ain't bad. So congratulations to everybody who's participated today. And again, to the production team and all here at Footy Fever. Marvellous job. And again, a big happy Mother's Day. I think I've got to go home and take the wife for dinner now.
All right.
It's going to be a late dinner, Pete.
Very. Macca's, here we come.
Good call, Pete. Good call, Jez. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us this afternoon.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.